Hello, everybody, and welcome. Have it sit back while I type in my little message. Since this is scheduled, I have to wait until this goes online before I can type in my message. So give me a minute here. Okay, we're going to get started. So, welcome to Coming Into Being. And the reason I do these on a weekly basis is to just give people the space, whoever wants to join in, to the space to for that being time, for just allowing yourself to just take a pause, whether it's the beginning of your day, the end of your day, middle of your night, to take that time to really connect with yourself. So sometimes it's just there's so much going on around us. It's nice to have that space, kind of like that spa time where you can really just sit back, relax, and connect in more deeply with yourself because that's the bottom line for all of life. This is what we're here for, is to really come into that deeper connection with ourselves. So here we are. So we're going to start off by, as usual, by just doing a little bit of frequency meditation, just to really get into that connection. Hey, Ilaria, good to see you. And so let's still start by just taking a moment to take a look around you, and look. So not just look visually, but, look with your listen in, look, pay attention to what you're seeing, what you're hearing relative to yourself, so like I can hear the church bells ringing where I am. So just having a sense of, hearing that, having a sense of that, where it is relative to you, coming into your body, being aware of your body and that thing relative to where you are in your space. And if there's any smells, if you're cooking dinner, for example, there might be, or somebody is, there might be smells coming through, just noticing that, where they're coming from relative to you. And then, noticing, always coming back to yourself, because that brings you home. Otherwise, you can be thinking about something, smelling, and thinking about what's being cooked, and then you move yourself out there. So bringing yourself home by really paying attention to your body as you notice all these things. Notice how you're sitting in the chair. Maybe you're standing up. Noticing the position of your body and the tactile impressions on your body with your clothes or against the chair, that push against that. Just really noticing that. It's really good to take time in your day to just take a little pause and just take a deep breath in. Stop thinking, stop whatever you're doing, and then just kind of look around and feel yourself in your space. And just to reset. And then coming into your breath, noticing the breath coming in to your lungs and being pushed out of the lungs. Allowing yourself to relax a little bit more with each exhale. Just kind of releasing stuff from the day. Yeah, there's already starting to clear up some good stuff here. And really pulling in, again, pulling yourself home to your physical body. That's already releasing some stuff out of people. Just that alone helps to reset you. So really good, yeah. So your breath, with your as you noticing your breath, bringing your awareness down to what you're maybe sitting on or standing on. And with that connecting, if it's a chair, for example, that chair is connected to the floor, is connected to the building, and the building is sitting on top of the earth, and that connects you into the earth. So feeling that connection, having the sense of that connection, feeling that gravity pulling you down, and pulling you, really connecting you to the earth. And then breathing back in all those nice, refreshing frequencies of the earth into your body, restoring yourself. Earth, nature are nice frequencies to reset ourselves by. That's why we like to go spend time in nature so much. Very nice. Yeah, already nice release there for people. So coming back and as you refresh yourself with the frequencies of the earth, just coming into that breath, coming into your spine, your core, your sternum, and keeping your awareness on that breath in your body and the movement of your body, really coming back. And if your mind wanders off, just come right back to that. That's fine. It's not, what's more important is that no matter how many times your mind wanders off, you come back to feeling your body. And if you need to, touch your body with a tactile impression. Sometimes we get so far off. Some people get so far out of their body that they kind of lose sense of their body. So that's all. You can touch your body to just bring that awareness in, more anchored in more for you. Okay, and just focusing on your breath. Really focusing on your being. As we open up that space even more for just being. This is sort of like sitting in the sauna or the hammam, and you just let yourself just be there, be present. Or in a hot tub, and you're just being and soaking in that. So just allowing yourself to soak in to that deeper state of being. Giving yourself that chill time to just be present with yourself, your body, your breathing. Feeling your nervous system calm down. Feeling your breathing slowing down. Just feeling that tension just ease out of the muscles. And if there's distractions around you, the people in your space that are not in the same place that you are in, and that you're Focusing on, just notice that, come back to your body, come back home. Come back into your physical house, your body, and leave them outside. Allow yourself to feel a very deep space opening here. Allowing yourself to feel that. Even if there's distractions around you, just coming in to that deeper space for yourself, paying attention to you, you'll be there. Oh, very nice. Just continuing and on this vein here in this way. Really allowing ourselves to come into this present moment. Some of you are a little bit behind, so running to catch up. Some of you are just somewhere else and running to catch up to step out of the other stuff. You know, and when you kind of line up to that present moment again, it's all of a sudden there's this kind of boom. It's like the stillness that comes in. It's very deep, it's very restful. And we really don't accomplish things very well if we don't let ourselves connect in more deeply with ourselves and more deeply in the present moment. And if you find that you are efforting, or that you've got this muscle tension that kind of wants to pull you forward or pull you up, question to ask is why? Why is it so difficult to relax into yourself? Well, that brings up a lot of stuff. Yeah. A lot of reasons for that. For some people, it's a scary place. We learned that it was scary to be in ourselves, connected with ourselves, and that's basically abuse. That's an abuse pattern. So remembering that that's not us. Yeah, wow, there's a bit of abuse that's coming to the surface here. That's good. So that's not you. That's an experience you had, that's for sure. Not going to deny the experience and say it didn't happen, but the experience is not you. Yeah. That's always good to remember. There we go. If your mind is wandering off, again, it's like, why is it so difficult to just bring my awareness to just be my mind, having my mind on myself instead of my awareness on myself instead of running off somewhere, That brings up kind of like self-hatred, self-loathing types of patterns. A lot of judgment, yeah. So let's lift off that piece. At least for right now, for this moment, let's just put all of that aside. You want to, as you leave the session, as we check out the door, walk out the door, you can pick it back up again. If you choose to, that's fine. But for right now, just for this moment, let's just kind of put it down, put it aside. Leave it by the coat rack. Yeah, there we go. Well, it might feel a little uncomfortable. That's okay. Just kind of breathe into that discomfort. Yeah. Very nice. So just taking a nice deep breath into where you are here. Allowing yourself to take in the calm. The calm of being, just for a moment. Feeling yourself more present right here, right now. And then if your eyes are closed, just taking a moment to open your eyes and feel your presence, feel that calmness in your being. And without looking at something very hard, just with your eyes, kind of with your peripheral vision. So noticing what's around you, but keeping that awareness 180 degrees here to keep you from really zeroing in on something, and just kind of feel your presence in that deeper state of being. Oof. If you want to, if that feels good, just kind of a recycling of the breath, which is starting a new cycle. Take a deep breath in. Hold it for a count of 2 or 3, even 4, maybe 5, or maybe longer. And then just release it with a sigh. Yeah, very nice. Really good to take that time to connect and really connect and with just right here, right now. You know, it's like be here now. Being here is your environment now, is this moment. So very nice. And if you have any questions, I can take a look at some questions if there's any. Or any comments if anybody's still awake. For the quiet, calm space, yeah. Somehow that kind of came up with you, with maybe with the kids in the background. So yeah, glad you joined. Oh, Alejandra, hey, Ali. Here's to hear if anything in particular showed up for me in this session. The mental stuff. It's not necessarily your mental stuff, but it's the mental space that you find yourself in. So it's a mental space it's like it's around you. And you're managing to hold yourself pretty well with that, kind of keeping that distinction, but not completely. Kind of you kind of move with it. Nice to have a space to connect with my body after go. Yes. I'm glad you showed up. Yeah, I know you've been going a lot. So and so the mental space around you is not really clear. So that's making it harder for you to have kind of that clear for yourself kind of thing. And it's sort of like the air. When you're living in a city and there's a lot of pollution, it's hard to feel like you really feel that good breath, right? And then you go out somewhere where it's nice, pristine environment, and you can feel that difference. So it's kind of like that. Because you're not able to separate out yourself as well as you could, or you're still kind of enmeshing with those to a certain level with those frequencies around you. It's making it a little harder for you to have that clarity for yourself in terms of your thoughts and all that. So yeah, chill time. And yeah. Okay, Laurie, I've been trying to hold space for my daughter. She's having issues. A bad moon has selling under her tongue that is bothering. Oh, swelling maybe under her tongue. Okay, part of the challenge. I know you're working on this, and you've been slowly kind of getting better. But part of the challenge is you holding the space for her does not really give her the space. So that's part of the issue. You're still not at that point of being disconnected enough in this in a good way to provide her that space. There is a drama component that comes in, and so that comes into play with this, and it's sort of like this way of getting attention. So it's like the bad way of getting attention. Instead of just saying, I just want to spend some time and hang out and da da da. Somebody doing something that's like like the kid breaking the bottle, because then the parents will start paying attention to them. So there's a bit of that piece going on with her. I know she's a teenager, but she's kind of having behavior like a 6-year-old right now. So that's what I see going on with her. And it's almost, and take a look at when you're paying attention to her. You're paying attention to her when she's having problems, and are you paying less attention to her when she's not having problems? So that starts to reinforce the thing. Just take a look at that, and kind of thing. So, so the key with the drama thing is don't give it voice. And I know it's really hard. Yeah, so the 6-year-old, I mean, is about that. Even a 3-year-old, kind of the temper tantrum of a 3-year-old. It's like, find those boundary lines that you're gonna do, but be really careful about which behavior you're reinforcing. And holding her in the space is the way that she pulls on you. So do not hold the space for her, kind of thing. As you say, trying to hold the space for my daughter, because she's at that point where she needs to start doing it for herself. She's old enough, and she's being lazy because she's getting away with it. And there's a little bit of that with her father also, which you can't control, but you certainly can control her time with you, kind of thing. It's like animals. Like you see dogs, and I don't mean to compare her to a dog, but it's that thing, because people will do the same thing. And so I'm thinking of the dog whisperer. I can't think Cesar Millan in the States, and it's so funny to watch his shows because you see him, you see the person, he's doing these live demos, and you see the person with their dog, and their dog is freaking all over the place. Like the person can just not get the dog to respond at all to whatever command. And then Cesar Millan holds it. He's like right there. And as soon as he takes hold of that leash, that dog snaps into place. No nonsense. It stops immediately. I mean, it's hysterical to watch because it's literally the minute he takes hold of that thing. So people are like that. People will respond to that. If you give her room to act up, then she will. So look at how you're, that's one thing you can control. You can take a look at. It's like, where are you letting that leak in, kind of thing. Allie, I've had such a hard time focusing on work and getting clear on my ideas and actions. It takes me ages to each. Yep. That's because you're around people who are not clear. And it's not that they're not clear mentally, but they're not clear in themselves. I mean, so, because you're working with, a lot of your work is around ideas, kind of that, the ideas and stuff. So it's really not getting very far. And somehow I see that you've got an environment that's got a lot of potential, but the way that these people are working, it's kind of like going around in circles. It's sort of like taking a ball of yarn, and that ball of yarn could be making such a fantastic sweater or scarf or whatever, but it's all tangled up, and that's sort of the environment you're working on. So they have like there's great ideas there, but it's like it's just, and so you're having a hard time with that too. So find ways to you know this already, but I'll say it anyways. But find ways to just come back into yourself, take that time, step out of that environment, go take a breath, even if it's like 5 minutes every hour, whatever it takes. But just because it's yeah, you're not supporting yourself. You're not holding yourself. So internally, you're not holding yourself well enough to really push through that. So, okay. Well, thanks for showing up, guys. If there's any more questions, good questions and good stuff. Anybody else who's listening, if you're not familiar with my programs and services, you can check it out at unboundedandfree.com. And please do like the channel. If you're on YouTube, like and subscribe if you want to keep following, but for others to come in and get that chill time, get that thing. And every Wednesday, next Wednesday, I'm going to try to make it onto Instagram. It's just a little technical thing. I'm a little nervous because it's like 2 steps, but so we'll get through it and start bringing this to Instagram as well. Our apply, we have one more Monday for my Pure Life Infusion series. It's been really, really good this month, bringing in the pure masculine and clearing out all those references and all those patterns from the old stuff. So I think that's been a really powerful thing. And any other stuff. Anyways, so see you next Wednesday here, or see you on Monday if you're part of the Ply group, which I know some of the people on here were, and or are, and we'll see you. How can I? Okay, how can I? There's a word. There's like the main word in there, Laria. I can't figure out what it is. Acclimating. Oh, how am I? Oh, got it. I was really, how am I acclimating to Ply? Let's see how you've integrated so far. Well, I think this next session is going to be a really good integrating session for everyone. And we're really going to bring in that integration of the masculine and feminine there with you. You're doing it. It's sort of like I see like these little streamers coming into you, these little rivulets coming into you of filling you up with new stuff. So it's still in process, and but I see that coming into you and kind of filling you up. So it's like that rain coming in and slowly filling up the filling in the cracks. So that's what I see going on with you. So yeah, sometimes that stuff, that internalization takes a while for to come in, to really soak into, and it just keeps happening. And that's the thing. It's like with this kind of work, with energy frequency work, and I've I always do that from when I start doing this, is that I can work on somebody just once and I know I've changed them forever, because it starts to open up. It's like there's a flow that starts happening, and it just starts opening and opening, and it keeps going. So sometimes we don't really notice because there's a lot going on at the surface level of physical life, you know. Um, but it is going, yeah. So I do see that it's you're getting deeper nourishing, and yeah, nourishment is a good word, a good way of putting that, because it's like that system, you know, just being, it's like a desert, you know, and that earth just being so cracked and dried out, and the water slowly coming in. So when it starts to come in, it's like everything just turns to mud, but then slowly it goes deeper into those deeper layers of the earth and really soaking in, and then slowly turns the dirt uh, and the dust back into to earth, kind of thing, to nourished earth. So good question. Yeah, very nice. Okie dokie, that's it for today, I guess. And so we'll see you next Wednesday. You show back up here again. And otherwise, if you're on Ply, I'll see you on Ply and wherever else we meet up. So thanks for stopping in, and take care. Have a good rest of the week.